So it's 1 o'clock. I have to be out of here by 2:30 max. It's still the same day as the previous video where I got up at 5 to get to the gym for, I don't know, 6 or so. And of course the caffeine and the sunlight prevents me from sleeping, but I masturbated a lot and decompressed a little bit, but I feel like shit as per usual. And the soreness, and then the workout, and I didn't even do that much, but I stayed till about 8, because then I had to make a phone call to the bank because of the fraudulent transaction that's still on my credit card that's no longer in use. I called at 7 from the gym, and then they said, well, we're open at 8, and then I called at 8, and then they said it's 20 business days, and then you'll get an answer if it's removed. The other items were removed, so it's like, okay. So now I have to track that. And I need to deposit a check. We'll see if I can do that before work. If the bank is nearby, we'll see. But my brain is not working right, of course, because of the brain fog. So the question is, why do I keep doing this? Isn't it? I mean, the only thing I could say is, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, in the sense that if I'm not doing anything, I feel like killing myself. If I'm doing too much, I feel like killing myself. What can I say? Going to work, seeing people who have lost their minds, who are no longer there in their bodies. It's even worse. Hello. It's even worse seeing people who are lost their minds, I don't know what to do. I'm just not thinking about anything right now. Trying to get everything out of my head and just, get myself ready. I should be cooking some food, but maybe I will. We'll see. I have some potatoes that we're still cooking, and I have those bagels for when I left the gym, so I don't really need to cook anything. I could do it tomorrow. Do I have fruit? I don't know. We'll see if the fruit's okay. I really don't know. Sometimes when you don't have enough energy to worry about anything, I guess that's when the best lessons occur, that you kind of find another way, I guess. I don't know. The workout was pretty good at the gym. I can't lie. I guess that's why I go. I went to the one that was nearby. Obviously, you saw last video. You know. And the grocery store opened at 8, so everything worked out. Oh, I got there. Okay, I wasn't there for 3 hours. I was there for 2 hours. Okay. That's including travel time, walking there. That's including the time I take to kind of get undressed, dressed, figure out what I'm gonna, like, kind of get my mind right. I do it while I'm there too, you know? Because I go there half groggy. I'm half groggy now too. See, I can't complain about this as I'm realizing. As a personal trainer for many years, I was like this too. So it's not any better any other way. It's just this the way it is with me. Just trying to get myself presentable now. At least the top part of me. Oh boy. Always trying to get my mind right. Always, always, always. I think I'm gonna wear this same shirt that I wore to the gym, wear it to work, and I'm gonna be sweating at work, of course. I'm a little nervous if I'm gonna forget what I'm doing, but whatever. If I'm tired like this, it probably will be a harder day at work. It always ends up being like that. So I better not think about it. Yeah. It's also from all the caffeine too. I keep forgetting that. Going down from the caffeine buzz. You know. But I can't have it any other way, because if I'm not on caffeine, I'm just as bad. So I might as well be good for a little bit, you know. Trying to like. My second uniform is still soaking in Pine Sol. Maybe I could rinse it out. let it air dry. See, right now I have to do all the things that don't require much brain power. Hello. How are you? As you can see, I'm out of it. Hold on a second. Let me see now what happened to the Oh, I didn't see. Oh, what happened to your businesses that failed, and how they? Oh, how did the failed businesses lead to my BPD? Well, because I wanted to kill myself, and I was going to the doctor. We don't have doctors here. We have interns because there's not enough doctors to go around. And the fact that I mentioned that I was suicidal, then there was a psychologist there who was right there who said, "I'll take you on," and then he diagnosed me. So that's how that led to that. The businesses were, if you see the first videos I made, I think that, my father died, there was some money, I decided to take the money, buy a gym. This is 2017. Buy a gym, and the brokers were, one of them was my teacher, so I trusted him. I was looking for someone to guide me, and he was just a piece of shit. And I let myself get talked into 3 more businesses thinking that they were doing well, that would subsidize the gym. And I had really bad, it was getting overwhelming, and then I decided to cut all of it, and I'm still paying for it because I haven't done my taxes since 2017, and I need to restart my mind with doing all that, thinking I could just kind of take on everything and the employees would be there and all that, and it just didn't work out. And I trusted the brokers, and I decided to just let it all go and lose all the money, and that's it. That's what happened, In a nutshell. Well, the 3 businesses were separate corporations, so they're bankrupt, but I still owe some money to the government, and they took some money from me from the bursary that was from the orderly job. I have to deal with that, but that requires that I do my taxes, The gym was under my name, so there you go. So I still have to declare all that stuff. Well, I didn't start the businesses, I bought them from people. So they were already badly run businesses, and I thought, so that's it. But before that, I'm an entrepreneur, I guess you want to say that. I work for myself. But now with the orderly job, this is the first time I've had my own job. Had a job. Anyways, well done. Bad time to tell me that now because I'm, in a groggy mood. When I'm not in this fog, I realize that I wouldn't do it any other way. You don't learn by not having huge mistakes happen, and that's it. So there you go. I know what not to do. I should be thinking of I always have new ideas. That's not the point. The point is to not think that people are going to help me and not take on more than I can handle. And when I'm negotiating with someone, to be very clear, like if there's a business contract be signed and they give me 2 weeks of due diligence to check if equipment needs to be repaired, I have the right to refuse it and say and leave, so I have to open my mouth. I've learned to state boundaries a lot better now, that's what I learned from it. To not just think that things are just going to magically work out, To actually take my time and do the research and see, why is this way? Why are they talking so? Because people talk things up. They put on their best faces, but I want to see the realness. I want to see how much of an asshole or a crook someone is beforehand. And I can make a better decision. If someone's trying to get rid of a business quickly, I have every right to slow it down and say, whoa, this doesn't look right. Tell me why. Let me see everything. Let me get an accountant. Let me get a lawyer. None of which I did. So, because I just trusted everybody. Because I was like, I'm going to learn on the spot. And I learned, So, I don't want to cry right now. I'm not in the best mood, as you can tell. When I go to work, of course, I'm not in the best mood at all either. But then it gets so busy that my mind isn't able to think of anything else. And then when you're on your lunch break, I'm gonna bring some stuff to study, but we'll see. I'm usually just kind of like out of it and just kind of a vegetable. So it's just like 8 hours of me like not being present, being present in the work, which kind of distracts me, which is kind of good too. Let me see here. You should have done your due diligence. Yeah. Yeah, I should have. My mind was very magical thinking at that time, if you want to use that word. I had ideas that I would do this for marketing, and because I also did a diploma in marketing, so I thought, okay, I would do this. People would come in, I'd be able to get this money and this time, and there's so many obstacles. Like, first of all, can't pay someone more than minimum. Well, minimum wage has now gone up to $15. When I was doing it, it just got up to 12, but it was 10 before that. And even that, every dollar it goes up, if you don't have enough money to support it. Like for a year and a half, all this was within a year and a half. So as quickly as I was in, I was out, and still paying for it since 2018 and even 19. And 17 is when I got in. I should have done a lot of things. People won't work for you if it's minimum wage. People won't do this. People won't do that. People won't do that. And I learned it on people. People will not invest themselves, and I'm the same way, unless they own part of the business. So there's that too. So all that stuff I learned on a practical level. So that's it. That's where I'm at. So, and I mean, things with orderlies, there's one of my personal training client, who the only one I have left, who I train every week or two. he mentioned that because there's a high demand for assisted living people. So I can go on to Indeed or whatever. Because I have the diploma now, it's an accelerated diploma. I can only work in assisted living care facilities. Can't work in hospital or house. I can get the rest of that. You can go onto Indeed and just make your own hours and charge your own rate and like get rich people to, and you take care of older rich people. Kind of like personal training. So I was like, oh, that's an option. That's another option, you know? And my CPR boss wants me to teach a CPR course once a month. So I have little things coming, so that's kind of good. Trying to bring it all together and deal with the lack of sleep, you know? Thanks. I don't know, this is just kind of automatic. Or it's just what you call functioning. You know what I mean? Or very, very high narcissism, you know? Creating an image. But anyways. Or it's also kind of meditation. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna get the rest of me ready. And then slowly pack everything and get out. Bye.